Yo, what's going on, you guys? This is Sprout.
And I'm Jeremy.
Welcome to the Nuclear Playground Podcast.
Well, today's podcast sponsors are Down Home Traditions.
So good, I don't have
to do anything because I can't even remember the thing. All I know is their shit's really good.
Their shit's delicious.
You can check their shit out on downhometraditions.com. They're a gluten-free based company. They make flour blends that make anything that you want. Waffles, pancakes, biscuits, all kinds of shit, you know. It tastes really good. Their pizza crust is phenomenal. I had it myself. I just recently had a donut that's really fucking good. Their donut is really good. Their soaps, Sprout, you've had them. You've tried their soaps.
They're
they
phenomenal.
Taste so good. This is the best tasting soaps ever. I mean,
Sherm eats them every day.
Yes, I do. I cuss a lot around my kids.
We're also sponsored by Summer. Why the fuck is it so hot in here?
Yeah, I know. I need a towel for my own balls, man. I should wear a diaper. Or a liner.
Like a Depends or something?
A panty liner. There we go.
A panty liner.
I can totally use a panty liner. I get that fucking one with wings so my shit doesn't move.
Oh.
But yeah, anyways.
That sounds uncomfortable.
Yeah. We're also brought to you by nothing else, I don't think. Not at the moment. But
we have a really interesting episode for you guys today. We watched the newest episode of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Scared the fuck out of me.
On Father's Day, which was an hour ago.
Yeah.
But we watched it sooner than an hour ago. But then we rewatched it an hour ago, and we had a conversation about it, and it was wonderful. We talk about the entire series. We talk about the things they speak about in the series, and we have our own little theories, and then we, talk about
other shit. Yeah.
Being different and being kind and
yeah,
showing love.
Yeah. And greasing the wheels via tip.
Oh, I can grease the wheels other ways too.
Oh, I love to grease my tip in the wheels. I mean, whatever. Anyways, let's just forget about that.
But anyways, we got a really good podcast.
Yep.
We hope you stay tuned.
Yep, and I hope you enjoy it. Peace. Peace out, motherfucker. I don't know where to end or begin.
Fucking.
All I know is I'm not disappointed in what I saw, because the first time I watched it, I was way more fucking confused. I'm still confused.
The first one or the sixth one?
No, the first time I watched this number 6.
Oh, yeah.
This recent one,
yeah.
This Father's Day.
Like earlier today?
Yeah, when I watched it, I was,
well, I guess technically yesterday, since it's midnight now.
Yeah. It made my daughter cry.
No!
Yes, it made Chloe cry.
Oh, dude, me and Jeremiah were sitting next to each other, huddled over my phone, watching it at my mom's house.
Yeah.
Freaking out. Like, not like in a bad way, but we were like, we knew it! And we were like just tripping out the whole fucking time, dude. And then like we were still asking questions afterwards. Like,
yeah, that's all. When I watched it, it left me with more questions than answers. So, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 6. I've waited for a long fucking time for.
Oh, dude, I waited forever for it.
Yeah, I've waited for a long time. And so everybody was asking me, what are you doing for Father's Day? And I'm like, I don't know. That's not what I planned. But I know what I'm doing June 19th. And that's waiting for the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared episode 6 to premiere.
I got wrapped in Father's Day madness, but I still got to catch it on time, and that was cool. But by the time I watched it, dude, it hadn't even been out that long. It already had like 400,000 views.
Oh, man, I got it when it was 280-something thousand.
Goddamn.
Yeah, and that was like, I kept checking, throughout the day. All I know is I love the entire series, and if this
everything came full circle.
Yeah, well, literally.
It was great. Like, for example, okay, and this is what I wanted to point out earlier. The part in the 6th one where the clock comes back and he says, You made me die. And the clock says, but look, a computer. But in number 3, he was like, was it 2 or 3? 2.
2 is time.
In number 2, he was like, an old man dies, but look, a computer. So he pretty much saw his own coffin floating by, dog.
That is a trip.
What?
I have no idea what to say. In all honesty, this is one of those things where I probably shouldn't have smoked as much as I did before watching it because I'm kind of... I'm flabbergasted.
Maybe.
I'm a little flabbergasted.
Or like there's other shit like I don't think that the duck was ever fucking real. If he was, he got killed off in the second episode, dude, and he just got replaced with a fucking AI because the duck shows back. When he comes back, he's doing rerun shit, and he's like, "Where the fuck am I?"
Right.
Like not verbatim, but like he's like, "Where am I?" And he fucking zaps away.
That is insane. See, like somebody's imagination friend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
Because he clearly got eaten in the fifth one.
I still don't know what the whole point of it is, though. What's the whole point of all of this?
I was reading through the comments earlier, right after me and J Frog watched it, and some guy he pretty much copied and pasted some other dude's theory from Reddit, and I wish I had like a name to source this, but anybody can fucking see on the comments where it's at. And but basically the dude was saying that the whole series is about conformity. Like, and I agree with it, because I've kind of been saying it the whole time. Like, he was saying the first episode is conformity about creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you try to think outside the box and then you get shut down. And then there's like conformity about time and how we're taught to spend it in ways that aren't really natural. You know what I mean? And like the concept of like running out of time or time being money, and shit like that.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Everybody runs out of time.
Yeah. And then there's the third one, like conformity about how we love things or people, and what and who we should love and things like that, and how love is supposed to be symbolized by marriage and wedding rings and stuff like that.
Faith and religion.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the computer one is conformity about like social networks and like what the internet is pretty much primarily used for nowadays, because nobody wants to like seek information. It's all about Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn, and a lot of people have these false personas on the internet where like you're not you, you're digital you, you're virtually real but controlled by real you, like what they said in number 4. And they say that in my interpersonal communications book that I got from college, and it's true for the most part. But I mean, I kind of, because I'm a little bit older than you, so like, but you were there for it, like when I got my computer at my house, and we were like the only people on my block who had like a computer with the internet, and I was always on the internet doing shit, and I've never been fake on the internet. Like, it's just never been me, because I knew that was going to be something that was going to grow with me, and I was going to grow with it. So why would I be fake ever? That'd be like being fake with somebody in real life, in my opinion. And so there's that, and then there's like, what do we do on the internet? We look up false information and statistics while look up line graph. Digital style, motherfuckers taking selfies and fucking promoting themselves that way, and then like the fucking music and shit like that on Spotify, YouTube, whatever. Songs are being incorporated into Vines now and shit like that, and
wow, look, nothing.
The fifth one is conformity about how, and I'm still using this dude's example because it's really on the fucking nail with me, dude. Like, that hammer fucking hits the nail hard as shit. And but the fifth one is like about conformity as far as like what we eat, how we eat. Like, I went to Culver's with my mom today. She's like, I'll treat you guys to fucking Culver's. It's Father's Day. And I was like, bet. So we went, and I wasn't trying to eat that hard, you know what I'm saying, because I'm trying to stay healthy, and I don't really eat junk food like that no more. And this fucking Faygo right here is the first soda that I actually purchased in ages. I might have drank like one soda at church when we were like eating barbecue and shit, but like, I don't really fuck with soda anymore like that. And so we were at the Culver's, and I was like trying to see if there's like a single patty burger. Like, where's the regular butter burger at? And I couldn't find it. It was hidden way off in this like obscure spot in the menu. They want you to eat the double and triple shits.
Right.
And fucking. I wasn't trying to have it, so I was complaining about it. And that's kind of what the fifth one's touching on, is like, eat lots of beef. And fucking, just eat a lot of shit that's bad for you, even though you shouldn't. And
Yeah,
the sixth one kind of just brings everything full circle. Like, this is what you've been programmed to do. And that's why when they reset, they're fucking the colors that they fucking listed as their favorites. Because now they're fucking ready to fucking try it out in the real world.
Wow. My mind is blown. That makes total sense, dude. I like that guy's shit, man. I wonder how much time he sat there and thought about this. And I would really like to get a hold of his.
Well, see, by the time the dude copied and pasted the shit from Reddit to YouTube, I don't think there was ever a theory about the sixth one. Everybody assumed the sixth one was going to be the closer and that everything was going to come full circle. And nobody from the creative team that makes this series has ever denied any of these theories from being incorrect.
Right.
So, I mean, there's a lot of people who are like, I was right, but I feel like I was the most right.
Ugh. You feel like you're the most
because there's another dude who backs me with much better words, and he hasn't even fucking met me. I just discovered it while reading comments on YouTube. And, it makes absolute perfect sense.
That's great.
But, I mean, there's still a lot of things that are unanswered. Like, what were the shovel? What was he really going to sing? Or the magnet? Or the solar system thing?
Yeah.
That motherfucker said...
Okay, dude.
That motherfucker said we're all in the same universe, different planets, or planets live on the moon.
Dude. In there was a little... I think there was a little shot, or a little, whatever you would call it, towards quantum physics. Because the duck saw and created the universe. That you saw the universe come out of the duck's eyes.
And also, I mean, like, one of the big reasons that he ended up disappearing, and I guess we don't even know if he got eaten or not, but everybody assumes is that the duck was punished for breaking the fourth wall. And that's why he didn't really survive, because he understood it right away in number 5.
And he died.
Mm-hmm. He's probably not even dead. He's just probably just gone and replaced with this other AI that was going to come back, or he just got stuck there. He's like banished to that world. But he still has that ability to break that fourth wall, and that's why he turned into that fucking thing. That's my guess, at least. Like, why he became the universe and started saying random shit about planets living on the moon.
That shit was insane, dude. That thing tripped me out. It was all like a distraction.
That bar full of red dudes was depressing.
Yeah, it was.
And there's something to be said about that whole fucking scene. That was like a 3 minute long scene. And, I've worked in similar spaces to where you find the red guy waking up. And it's like, file these files, please. And me, I'm the creative guy. I like fucking drawing and shit like that. That's what I do at my cubicle and shit if I'm working in those kind of places. And I'm always the guy who's like, wouldn't it be funny if blah? And it doesn't really flow in that area. Like, I've been that guy in those shoes before. And
that's
so like
hilarious.
I kind of feel him when he decided he wanted to go out into public and pull some crazy shit because everybody was being the same, dude. Everybody was cattle.
Right.
And that's kind of how I felt since, like, high school, dude. Like, I don't ever want to be the same as anybody else.
Yeah. Well, you're a very unique guy.
I wouldn't say unique. Because everybody individually is unique. I mean, that's a given. But, like, I like to think that I'm eclectic.
Yeah. I like to think you're eclectic, too. You're a klepto. But, man.
That rain feels nice, I bet.
Yes, I'm sure it does. I don't know, man. I'm disappointed I will be disappointed if there does not continue. I'm sure it won't because there's no reason to and no purpose.
Somebody theorized there might be a part 2 to this tomorrow.
But we will see.
Because the calendar did change finally.
Yeah. It was the 19th all the way through for a long time.
I don't think they're going to continue the series, but I do think they're going to make new shit for YouTube at some point.
I hope so, because
why would you just stop making content? Now your name's out there. Now people want more from you. You're going to just stop doing what you're doing now? Like, you're really good at it.
Right. The animated thing kind of bugged me out for a second. I was like, why is this in a cartoon? But I was happy. At least you can do a lot with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, technology's gotten so great. Like anybody can be an animator, do digital shit now. But
yeah, like a lot of these cats that are doing animation on YouTube, and like the ones who like, you know, kind of pioneered that path on like Newgrounds and stuff like that. Like most of those cats are self-taught.
yeah,
Like the shit that I know, I learned in high school, which is why I don't do it too frequently. Is because like I'm still brushing up on those skills. I haven't really pursued animation. I was like, fuck that, dude. That's a lot of work that I don't have patience for. Comic books, but now I want to get into it because it's fun, and I don't even really want to do it for anything but it being fun, you know. So
I have an idea of a program. I have no idea how to write programs. You know what? I don't know shit. I know how to look for what I want on the internet, and I know how to find the information that I'm looking for. That's basically it. As far as using programs and shit to do stuff or program something, I ain't got a fucking clue. But I have this great idea for something similar to a Fitbit or whatever, and a video game crossover, where you would work out and build up your stats physically, and they would be recorded on your Fitbit, and then you could have a character you could use to do whatever, you know. And
depending on how active you are on what you do, it's like that makes your character that much beefier.
Yeah, you building up points, your stats for your whatever. I don't want to go into too much detail. I already got it written down and copywritten, motherfuckers. No, I don't have a copyright.
Patent pending.
Yeah. But that's a good idea. You know, to get interactive, I think, and a lot of people can get themselves in fight fit shape, but not risk their health and use that character for whatever. Like I said, you could do a video game, you could do like an RPG type shit, you know. You could do outside skill sets and build real skill sets, but use that skill set like as your.
You see, that's that don't hug me, I'm scared shit, man. You're fucking programming digital people.
Whatever.
Like.
Well, because they're already into it, why not? You know?
Yeah.
I figure if we're already going that way, then jump on the fucking thing. Because I thought of something before. Back when I was dating my ex Marisol back in 2003, I thought of making like an arcade for working out. Because you were doing DDR, and I was like, you know, it has that whole thing. Why can't we do that with like a medicine ball or a vest or some shit? You know, where you're working and you build up points that way, and it could be like an arcade game where you're doing interval training and shit. And then, you know, it was just an idea. I saw on Facebook last week arcade. That's exactly what I thought, except for now.
There are a lot of gyms that have just like a shit ton of DDR machines, and that's like what they do.
Yeah, but I mean, this is like specifically what I was thinking of, you know, like the balls, the time. Like,
or like that fucking punching bag in the arcade where you like hit it and you get so many points.
Yeah. You know, we can buy that PSI pressure pads and shit for the readers for whatever we want. We can attach them to whatever and punch them. So what I kind of want to do is hook those up on something solid and, you know, see where we are, build up stats that way, like just for personal.
You'll see me out here at 4 a.m. punching shit.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Andrew came over here and we did 8 rounds of boxing training. First 3 were jump rope, and we did some footwork, and then another round of shadow sparring, and then 3 rounds of jabs, and 2 rounds of jabs to the belly and parrying, so we could only throw jabs for stomach shots, and block in Perry, you know. And then the third time we did, what the fuck did we do? Both hands to the stomach. But there was no hooks, it was all straights and parries and shit. So it was really hot, man. It was fucking like 90 something yesterday, you know.
It's hot as fuck right now.
It's hot as fuck now. It's a thunderstorm going on outside and it's hot. But, I don't know, man. I think it's a good idea to try to indulge in your ideas and let them go, because then something cool could come of it.
Yeah, that's why I've been less stagnant lately and like doing more shit, because I don't want to. I was just telling my mom this today. You know, like if I'm ever gonna do it, then now should be the time, dude. I should just shut up talking about it and just fucking do it. And that's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
You know, if I want to do something for my community, then maybe I should shut up talking about it and I should just do it. I've been saying it to my roommates too, specifically one, and you know, not in like a bad sense, but it's like, how often are we gonna sit here and exchange ideas and just you know, stop getting to that part of the conversation and actually just say, you know what, fuck it, let's get up and do something about it. You know, because we can talk about shit till we're blue in the face, but like, what are we actually doing to like engage our community, to fucking say, you know what, there's something better to do out there besides, you know, kick it on the streets, or, you know, like maybe, you know, there's a different route set out for you, or maybe you were destined to do greater things than what you're doing right now.
It's a lot. I think it's so hard. I think it needs the entire community to help. It's really difficult to do it by yourself.
It is. I'm only one dude, but I'm gonna do as much as I can.
Right. And that's the thing, you know, change comes, even if so small, from one person at a time, I guess. But, like, when you get the entire community behind you, the community, when you get everybody behind you, I think everybody can be on the same page, especially when it comes to raising their kids. Because a lot of motherfuckers, they want help. Everybody talks about wanting help, but when somebody comes in and tries to show them a better way, they get uppity and say, you can't tell me how to fucking raise my kids, or, you know, why the fuck's that bitch trying to tell me?
That's not how it was when we were growing up, though.
I know.
The community fucking intervened, and like, I've been with my neighbors, aunts, uncles. It don't fucking make a difference, dude. If my parents were around, I got handled.
Well, the ego got really out of control, man. It really did. And that whole...
Well, I mean, like, look who's having kids now, dude. It's like our generation, and like, we don't really like waiting for shit. I mean, not like us too, but like, you know, like that's...
Well, that, and our kids are given, like, unlimited confidence. They're been poured all that shit from birth. So they're assholes right away. I mean, they're capable, but they're assholes. But at the same time, they're babied and they expect shit, and they're...
Well, that's exactly why they're assholes, man. You know, like fucking rich kids who are born into wealth and shit.
Oh.
They just fucking expect instant gratification, and it's mostly because that's what they get, you know, when they want it, because they're able to do that.
Right.
You know, so like when they're put in a situation that's fucking unfavorable, they fucking react a certain way. Spoiled kids are the same way. We all know spoiled kids that are even fucking poor as shit, but like because they've been babied so much and fucking treated a certain way, or they've been codependent to the point where motherfuckers just give them what they want and shit like that, then they just clutch on to shit that they don't really need to be clutching on to, because it's not even people anymore. It's like instances and fucking moments, and it's always like guilt, and until they get what they want, there's this obsession to like try to make other motherfuckers feel bad, because now they're hurt and they want to hurt other motherfuckers.
Hurt people.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think the ego is a fucking dangerous thing, and when you pet it too much, I think that's what we got going on now. Everybody thinks they're a god, or they're fucking, you know, a movie star or some shit. Running around here toting guns or whatever, you know, like life isn't real. Shit's insane, man. I helped the community today, you know. I bought like a 15-year-old a Black and Mild.
I took that moment real serious for a minute, like, wait.
No.
It's not in my head and everything. No, I have been slowly been trying to make some shit happen in the works to set up that public event I was talking about, so I can start inviting people to just come hang out and draw with me and shit like that. Like I've already got a location in mind. It's like right there in the Lowe's. It's the church I grew up in. They're always active in the community, and I kind of want to be a part of that. You know, like they're always giving back to the community, and that's a cool thing. So I'm gonna set that up there. People can just show up and just draw pictures and stuff like that, and you know, it's not even like really. Yes, I'm doing it with the church. Yes, I go to church, but it's not like I'm not trying to be like the preachy
secret,
guy.
yeah, the backdoor
I
Jesus
just want to do
preacher
something
guy.
nice, and you know, I know that being a member of the church enables me to do that for the community because that already gives me a spot to do it in. It's just working on the timing and stuff like that.
Yeah, you got to get the people that come by and draw the pictures to realize that shit. Because, I mean, that puts a lot of people out. Like, to me, if I saw that, but I saw that was in the church, I'd be like, oh, okay. I would automatically assume that when I get there, we're going to draw some pictures, but somewhere in there, Jesus is going to come floating out of left field. Like,
well, I mean, it's a church. You got to expect Jesus to be in there somewhere.
right.
You know, I might even talk about if people do show up, you know, because it would be from my fucking core, you know, like I would feel blessed that people actually showed up and wanted to support me and fucking hang out and draw with me and stuff like that. That's a cool thing.
Right.
But I'm not going to fucking start quoting Bible verses and stuff like that. It's like I said to my mom, dude, I don't have to prove to anybody my personal relationship with God. So, like, I'm not going to go there. I'm just not. So, but, I mean, we have people there for that. If somebody wants to do some ultra-religious shit, you know, like, as far as, like, have a conversation about the Bible and stuff like that. And I'm not against having those conversations either. I just don't want to be the guy who is... Because there's already people there for that. You know, I'm just saying, like, I just want to be one of the guys who are there for the community.
Right.
You know, and that's where a lot of the other people who are there who are members of the church are actually doing it too, like the food shelf and, you know, we used to do a lot of stuff in our youth group where like we would like help the city out with like distributing like phone books, and I think we should be doing that actually. And there's a lot of stuff that we do around the community. We're actually partnered with, I forget the name of the organization, but they've been actually doing a lot of affordable housing over in the Lowe's and stuff like that. And not like the where the old projects used to be, but like, you know, like over there on Humboldt and like other areas, and like the old apartments that like get shut down, they've bought those out and renovated them and made them better, and a lot of like duplexes and houses and stuff like that. And so they have like these weekly meetings on Sunday nights, and they get together and talk about ideas that can help strengthen the community and stuff like that. And that's really cool. And
so do any of these ideas come into fruition? Like, do they ever leave the chalkboard?
Well, I mean, that's kind of how that organization started, was like, what are we going to do to help people out in the community? And that's after they talked about it, they just did it. So I'd like to assume that those meetings are going somewhere, you know, because I mean, they're partnered with us, and
you know, I'm just, you know how I am, dude. I'm always like, I don't want. Because there's a lot of great ideas and organizations that start off great, but eventually they end up just stroking each other's dicks off and not doing shit, you know? I'm not saying that's what they are. I'm just saying I want to know if that's what they are, you know what I mean?
Right.
It takes...
Well, I mean, I guess there are members of the community that show up, you know, I'd like to assume, and, you know, it wouldn't just be the church and the organization just meeting there eating and stuff like that. Like, they're trying to get everybody involved, so...
I would hope it's not a bunch of people complaining and shit like North Bend.
I hate North Bend, and I don't know if I've brought it up in other podcasts, but I left them, and I don't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Those are the motherfuckers I can't stand right there. Do complain about shit that doesn't need to be complained about because you're not even trying to do nothing about it. You can't complain about shit if you're not going to do nothing about it. And you know, if you're not about that life and you're just trying to make your community better, it's not snitching for wanting to do what's right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I report gunshots all the fucking time. It's not like I see the motherfuckers shooting, but I know where they came from, so I'm finna at least do something about it. Right. If I do see some shit hitting the fan, I'm gonna at least try to talk some sense into some motherfuckers, and if it gets out of pocket, I'm out. That shit had nothing to do with me in the first place.
Oh, you're a bold motherfucker to be getting involved in any gun-toting shit, man.
No, not like no gun-toting shit, but like if I see a fight, I mean, I know a lot of fights lead to gunslinging sometimes, dude, and I don't want to see that shit in my block, dude. I don't want to see that shit anywhere. in this city. So, I do what I can.
I try to stay out of most of the shit, but like I said, there's been a few times where I've had to see. I try to see the other side of things. Like, okay, I see a guy beating his wife out in the street. I don't like to think of him as beating his wife in the street. I like to him as getting revenge for her, like burning his grilled cheese sandwich, or
What?
or not getting his laundry done when he came home from work. You know, sometimes people need medicine. No, I'm just kidding. I think when there's violence, I tried not to get involved because I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
And here's the thing: is like, if it doesn't involve me, like the most I can do is call somebody or let somebody know. But if it's like right there, okay. For example, there's two perfect examples, and one's just completely made up, and I'm gonna do that one first. If me and Jeremiah were on the bus, or even getting off the bus, and there's a fight popping off, and my son is present, and there's a potential for him to be in some kind of physical danger, I'm getting involved. Like, I'm not finna let my son get injured in the aftermath of your bullshit. I'm just not finna happen. You know what I'm saying? And that, even if that someone pull out a gun or some shit, dude, like, I'm gonna have to fucking try to do something, protect my son or stop the motherfuckers from doing shit. Like, if we're right there at ground zero, somebody has to do something. There's been other times where, like, I was with this girl I was dating at the time and her kids. We were downtown. And I think I told you this before, but there's like 10, 12 dudes, and like half of them were on one side of the street and the other half were on the other side where we were standing, and they were both walking east down 7th Street. And the group across the street from us, when they got to the corner where the IDS was at, they seen the other dudes coming as if they were going to cross the street towards them. And so one dude pulled out a revolver and started fucking firing, like, right there. And so the other cats took off running. And when they took off running, the other dude fucking unloaded his 6 shots, and he dumped the fucking gun in the garbage can. And I sat there, because I'm not the only one who's there with a person with kids, right? And had I been there with my son, I'd be freaking the fuck out. So I'm kind of, like, already kind of just flipping out just a little bit, because, you know, like, I'm kind of, like, running on instinct at this point. And I'm looking around, and there's like 50 other motherfuckers waiting for the same bus we're waiting for, and they all got kids, and nobody's doing shit.
Yeah.
And so I fucking called them out on it. Like, I still see these niggas running down the street, and I was like, so for real, no one's finna do shit about this? And everybody just fucking looks around like, fucking shrugs their shoulders, goes on about their business. One bitch is like actively on her phone, talking about how she just seen a shooting, but she's talking to like one of her girls or some shit like that. So I said, fuck it. And I pulled out the phone. My bus pulls up. I'm still on the phone. And I got 911 on the phone. And I'm trying to explain to them what happened. 2 blocks later, these niggas get on the fucking bus at Target Center. And so now I'm like whispering and shit, because I don't want to fucking, you know, put myself on blast and shit. And so now 911's like, do you feel safe at this moment? And I was like, I don't know.
That's so funny. God damn. Yeah, I was just listening to something where they were talking about people reacting. Like, if it's just a single person walking by and they saw something, they're more likely to react. Now, if they were like 3 friends, it might take them an extra 10 to 20 seconds for somebody to react. But if it's like a huge group, it takes longer. So I guess the more people there are in this group, the longer time it takes for somebody to do anything. And it's all because everybody's waiting for somebody else to be the hero or to be the responsible person before they make that first
And see,
step.
and that's why I've always lived by the phrase, if I don't do it, who the fuck will?
Right.
Like, some dude was getting on the bus, he was drunk as shit, it was like last winter. And he was trying to go home. And I was trying to go home, but I already paid my bus fare. He got on like a block after me, and, you know, the bus driver was like, well, I don't know, man, I can't let you ride. And dude was drunk, and I felt his pain, so I had a bus token sitting in my pocket, and I was like, hey, bro, you want this bus token? You can fucking have it. And so he's like, thanks, man. And as he's reaching for it, he grabs it, but he doesn't take it out of my hand. He's just holding on to it, so we kind of both lock bus token. And he stops and stares at me like, what you want for this? And I look at him, because he's being skeptical now, and I'm looking at him like, nothing. I don't want nothing, man. He's like, but why? And then so now I'm confused. Like, why are you questioning me for kindness? Like, I didn't tell him that. But, you know, he's like, but why? And I was like, excuse me? He's like, why are you doing this? You don't know me. Like, I don't know you. Why are you being so fucking nice? And I said, because if I don't do it, who the fuck will?
Jesus, motherfucker.
Everybody wants somebody to fucking do some shit for them, but they don't ever want, like, a real person to do it. They want the fucking quote-unquote system or, like, a deity to do it, man. And God's not finna help nobody who's not gonna fucking help themselves, dude. That's the whole reason why we fucking have been born to survive since day one, dude. Because that's the ultimate test in life as a human or any fucking living creature.
It doesn't even need to be something as much as calling the cops or stopping a fight or anything. It could just be like making somebody. Okay. Here's something. We went to Subway, right?
Mm-hmm.
They fuck up my sandwich all the time. We went to the one in Brooklyn Center.
You're still stuck on that sandwich.
Yeah, dude. I went to Brooklyn Center, and it's stupid. I like to have the bacon on my chicken, right?
Yeah.
And then the cheese, and then toasted, so the cheese is melted over the bacon and the chicken. Not just cheese melted over the fucking chicken and bacon strips. I don't like that shit.
Right.
Okay. Simple ass shit. Well, there's this kid in there, about 17, 18, maybe less, maybe younger, maybe 16. You know how people are in the hood. You can't tell how old they are. But I'm like, this kid just made my sandwich quick. He did everything I asked. He didn't fucking make it sloppy. And on top of that, he made it the way I wanted it without me even saying anything. And I'm looking at him, and I could tell that he's had a hard fucking day, dude. He looks like he's had a hard day. And I'm like, listen to him talk about gangbanging and shit to his friends and wanting to be out on the street and wanting to do some shit. And I'm like, I go out and I talk to Jamie about it. And they were eating their sandwiches. And this is fucking good. This kid knows what he's doing. And she's like, here's a Subway sandwich. He's like, yeah, he's a Subway sandwich master. Anyways, we're sitting there all, you know, having fun and eating a sandwich and looking in there. I'm like, that kid, if he doesn't feel good about what he's doing, he's not going to enjoy this shit. And he's going to do whatever the fuck else he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I feel like I should give that kid a tip. And Jamie's like, yeah, do it. It's a good idea. Maybe it keep him motivated. And I was like, yeah, it might keep him motivated, but it also might show that somebody would appreciate something as simple as a fucking sandwich being made for him.
Yeah.
And then I was like, on top of that, I can grease the wheel for myself later. When I then you want to hook me up with a little extra something, you know what I mean?
Hashtag ulterior motive.
You know? Wait, man, one hand washes the other. I think everybody...
But no, I get what you're saying,
Yeah.
dude. Like, you know, you have to fucking like your job if you want to be good at it, and if you want to keep it, and you want to stay out of fucking
trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. So I what I did was I went in there, and there was a bunch of white folks and a bunch of black folks in there, and his coworkers in there, and they were making sandwiches, and he was now at the end of the line. But when I went in there, it was just him. His coworkers were in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And I was waiting in line, and the lady asked me if I wanted anything or what I wanted. And I was like, I want to speak to that gentleman right there. And she's like, And she went over and started talking to him. He's like, what's this one? I want to talk to you. This one? I heard her like, and dude's like, what? And he looks over at me. He's like, what's up? And I'm like, hey man, I was like, I come in here all the time. These motherfuckers fuck up my sandwich regularly. Like the last 3 or 4 times I've been in here, it's been fucked up. I was like, you did a good job. You made the shit the way I wanted without me fucking asking. I was like, here, man, I hope you fucking have a good day. And he took it, and I could see he didn't know what the fuck to think. He was like, why is this motherfucker giving me $5? And I'm like, I gave him $5, and I walked out. I didn't ask no questions. I didn't say shit else. But if he's making minimum wage, and he's probably doing 4-hour shifts like they like to do, motherfuckers. I mean, what the fuck is that? If you take taxes out of that, that $5 I gave him is probably a whole lot more than you would think.
Yeah.
That might be an extra pack of cigarettes or something towards a pack of cigarettes or
Food,
some wraps
something.
or some food or whatever the fuck else it is. You don't have to worry about that. You know. I think it's like a little bomb of whatever you want to call it, hope, love,
Yeah.
something. Trying to make motherfuckers a little bit more happy out here instead of doing some dumb shit. And like I said, I do have ulterior motives. I believe in the tip system, man. Like, you fucking tip motherfuckers good, they'll always remember.
Oh, if you come back, I used to fucking be a server, and
Yeah.
if you tipped me good and you came back, like you made a repeat appearance,
Yeah.
and I got you specifically, oh, dude, I'm the best server in the whole fucking establishment.
Exactly.
Bet money. I'm not gonna fucking lose out on that shit, dude. I used to walk out the Brunswick zone with like $90 a night.
Yeah. A lot of people forget about that.
And I was making gratuity on my checks, dude. So I was getting tips on top of tips, but like on my paycheck.
See?
My last paycheck was like $1,500, dude, and I fucking worked like 18-hour shifts like for like weeks. It was glorious.
It's a good time.
Oh yeah, dude.
Well, it's all glorious when you're getting it in. It's nice. But yeah, that's what I said. People forget about the power of the tip. Like, you get a lot of shit done with tips, just tipping alone. Making motherfuckers happy here or there, you know. Everybody works hard for their fucking money, you know. Showing a little.
I don't say everybody, man.
No,
There's some shit fucking employees in places, dude.
Yeah, and they don't appreciate their fucking jobs, or they're not appreciated either at the same time, because they ain't making dick. I mean, no matter what job you do, you're not making fucking enough to survive until you got a decent job, you know. It sucks, and most of those jobs, there's a lot of those jobs out there. Those pay nothing fucking minimum wage jobs that most people can get, but I mean, those are the most available. And everybody thinks, okay, we can all be on top. No, you can't. There's not that many spaces on top.
Nope.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you get comfortable where you are. But that's why I think, you know, to exclude going into the whole political, social situation we got here with fucking wages and cost of living and inflation, I think if people could feel like they're appreciated more, just a little, you know, just the appreciation should make them feel a little better about their fucking shitty positions in life. And on top of that, I think a little sunshine goes a long way.
Oh yeah.
You know, it makes those fucking plants grow. Speaking of which, man, my garden's looking lovely. I got tons of tomatoes coming in, dude.
Oh, fuck yeah.
My blackberries are turning black. They're all red now.
Black ass berries.
I got raspberries coming in, dude. My grape bunches are starting
I'm salty with the fucking hula berries.
Yeah, them motherfuckers.
That's a fucking waste, dude. There's an empty fucking flower pot just sitting in my garage now.
So they just let it sit in there and die.
The cat got to it because they let it sit there.
I'm coming back for my pot.
I got it in the garage, dude.
All right, good.
I rescued it.
Fucking A, man. You see, you try to pass on some seeds. Actually, not even seeds, because you can't even plant strawberry seeds. You know that? There's no fucking strawberry seeds out there. You need to get the plant and sow them just like onions and all these other fucking things. So, but yeah, they had a hula berry plant right there, man. I gave it to them. They fucked it. I put that plant down, my little cedar box there with those strawberries. I set it there, and they overgrown out of the box, and now they have found the dirt in between the rocks and planted themselves.
Next time you have an abundance of some kind of berry, dude, I'm gonna plant it myself, dude. It's my berries.
Fuck yeah.
Eat all them shits.
I would.
Think I'm bluffing? I love that shit, man. I used to fucking, me and Amber and the boys and shit, like when we were all living together, we used to play all kinds of shit in the backyard, dude.
Yeah. I want to go up north because there's the flowers are starting to get ready to bloom on all those wild strawberries, which is probably meaning that they are going to be ready now.
I like strawberries. Dude, it's hot as fuck in this bitch.
All I know is I can't wait to do some mushrooms and watch this Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared shit again. Because I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to eat them and watch all of them.
When you talk about doing this, you should tape yourself.
I might do that now, shit. I don't know about that. Maybe later. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. What are you doing tomorrow? Are we doing this thing tomorrow?
What time tomorrow?
I don't know. I need you to. I mean, you don't need to help me, but I would like to. I would like to fix that AC, replace that switch in there and everything, so we can have a cooler podcast studio. It's fucking hot in here right now.
All I gotta do is I gotta go to my mom's sometime in the morning to help put her grill together. And then I'm not doing shit after that, dude. So.
Well, what time is your day getting started?
8, 9 o'clock. I'll probably go to my mom's at like 10, 11.
You should hit me up before or after.
I'll do both.
Yeah.
I suppose we can wrap this one.
Yep.
Cool. Thanks for listening, you guys.
Yeah, it was nice to hear from you. Actually, I didn't hear shit from you. You gotta speak louder, motherfuckers. No, I'm just kidding. All right, it was a good one. I hope you guys enjoy the podcast.
Yep, and as always, be safe.
Peace.